is the Lexus Sports Extra with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. The NFL Combine in Indianapolis this week. This is the next step in the pre-draft process, and every Sunday, it's Lexus Sports Extra. Welcome in. I'm Josh Moser. Performing very well at the NFL Combine coming out of college was Dolphins corner Byron Jones. Actually set the world record in the broad jump at 12 feet 3 inches. Jones missing the entire 2022 season, recovering from an Achilles injury. Tweeting this weekend, "Much has changed in 8 years. Today, I can't run or jump because of my injury sustained playing this game. Do not take the pills they give you. Do not take the injections they give you. If you absolutely must, consult an outside doctor to learn the long-term implications." This is the last time we saw Jones week 4 in Cincinnati doing some light jogging before the Bengals game. Jones never spoke publicly this season. This tweet is the first time we've heard from the former Pro Bowler since his surgery in March of last year.
Extra points.
We welcome Drew Rosenhaus to Lexus Sports Extra. Drew, everybody talking about Byron Jones right now with what he put out. How surprised are you by what he said?
I admire it. It's rare for a guy to come out and basically say that he's really struggling and he can't run and is in pain and can't jump. I mean, that's admirable because his message was to let other players know he thinks it's very important to get a second opinion and be very thorough with your medical opportunities. And I admire what he did, but it's real unfortunate too. And he was a really good player and a top cornerback, and it's sad that his career is over at such a young age, apparently, and I don't believe he'll be back with the Dolphins at this point.
If he's not back for the Dolphins, what should they be looking at because they're dealing with multiple injuries to their secondary?
Well, they obviously have to prioritize the cornerback position. I think they feel good about Javon Holland at free safety. They should get Brandon Jones back at strong safety. But as far as corner, Xavier Howard has been an all-pro, but was a rough season for him. Nick Needham tore his Achilles. They rotated a number of guys at the other spot, and Kader Kahu was probably their top cornerback, and he was an undrafted free agent. So they really need to add at least one quality player. A guy like Jalen Ramsey would look great in a Dolphin uniform.
You're a cap guy. You deal with a lot of the money. If Byron Jones retires, there's dead cap in play for more than $10 million. How does that affect how the Dolphins can go after getting someone else?
You know what? The cap is higher than it's ever been before. And you can make the cap space really almost unlimited by guaranteeing contracts, adding voidable years. So I think the Dolphins will be fine. They've got some sharp guys in their front office, and Chris Greer and Brandon Shore and some of the other members, and I expect them to do a great job of being able to be aggressive again this offseason and do what they want to do.
Curious to see if Byron Jones does come back, maybe plays for someone else. We've got more NFL talk with Drew coming up in just a bit. Stay right here with us.
Got it.
Let's go NBA. Kyle Lowry rejoining the Heat in Philadelphia for tomorrow's game against the 76ers. Miami starting point guard missing close to a month in the last 8 games with left knee soreness. The Heat blown out in the first half by the Hornets in Charlotte last night. The Hornets up by 22 in the second quarter. However, the Heat cut in the lead to 1 in the fourth, but just couldn't get a stop in the final minute. Heat fall 108-103. This is now 4th straight losses for Miami.
We lost. It don't matter what quarter it was in, man, we lost. I'm tired of losing. I don't care if we was down 30 or we lose by 30 or lose by 1. We lost, and I don't think anybody in here wants to lose. We got to figure this out very, very quickly.
Rams wide receiver Tutu Atwell is preparing for his 3rd season in the NFL next year. SoFlo Pro, a standout at Northwestern High School before starring at Louisville. The former second-round pick scoring his first career touchdown against the Saints in Week 11. Tonight we speak to the SoFlo Pro, who's doing great things in the community. Time now to welcome Tutu Atwell to Lexus Sports Extra. Tutu, great to see you. Before we get into the NFL stuff, we've got to ask you a high school question. Who's the best quarterback to come out of Northwestern?
The best quarterback, I say me, man. Man, you got a lot of good quarterbacks that came out of Miami Northwestern. Teddy Bridgewater, Ja'Cory Harris, me, myself. You got another one, good quarterback, Tiger. But, I'm going to go with me, man, all day.
I love it. Do you miss playing the position?
Actually, yes, I do miss playing it. I tell myself every day, man, dang, I just missed the ball being in my hands 24/7. But, I mean, receiver-wise, man, it's a good thing to play receiver as well. So I kind of miss it.
You're getting ready for your third season in the NFL. What's the most important thing you've learned about yourself so far as a pro?
Just pretty much, man, just staying focused and just being myself, man. When I got in the league, I met Cooper Kupp and all of Van Jefferson and Robert Woods my first season. And I was pretty much just being fast and just playing fast. And they would just tell me, man, just be yourself and play it cool. So that's what I learned to do. And now it feels smooth to me.
If there's one corner that you would love to burn on a double move for a long touchdown, who would it be?
One corner? Ooh, that's hard. Jalen Ramsey, man. I practice against him all the time. We have fun. We compete all the time in practice. But, I mean, we have some good matchups, man, when we go with each other in practice.
Love it. You mentioned Cooper Kupp, known for his route running. Devontae Adams, another guy. Who do you look to improve your preciseness on running routes?
Pretty much Cooper Kupp, man. I look at Tyreek Hill also because of his speed. But Cooper Kupp, I look at Devontae Adams, like you said, Justin Jefferson. So them guys in that kind of bracket.
Nice. And back in Miami, what's it like just knowing that so many kids come out of South Florida and you're part of that next generation to have success in the league?
Man, it means everything to me. Growing up, that's all it was, man. Just football, track and football. And just to see that I was a part of those things and now I'm in the NFL doing big things, it means a lot to me.
And a chance to get back this week with a couple local kids in North Miami, K-8 school, reading, got to do a bunch of cool stuff. How did that all come together for your foundation?
It went great, man. My mom, my aunties, they run my foundation, man. They're doing a very good job, so I appreciate them. But yes, I did something for the Charles R. Drew Elementary School. I went to that elementary school back then, and I did something for the kids that passed their tests. So I had like bounce houses, football events.
Do you think you got more out of it, or you think the kids got more out of it?
They kind of wear me out, man. I was kind of surprised, man. Got the little pre-K kids out there running around. I was running around with them in the bounce house. It was kind of tiring, man. But we all had fun, man. It was a good experience.
We wish you the best of luck next year with the Rams, but I got to ask, which city do you like better, Miami or L.A.?
I like Miami, 305, but L.A. is cool, man. It's different. Weather, good weather. But, I'm going to take Miami all day. That's where I'm from, man.
Exactly. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Definitely stay in touch this offseason. Enjoy the time away, and welcome on Sports Extra anytime, man. Good to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
To baseball, Jazz Chisholm making his debut in center field for the Marlins today against the Cardinals. Sandy Alcantara receiving his correctly spelled Cy Young plaque ahead of today's spring training game against the Mets. And new hurler Johnny Cueto earning the start in top one. In a little bit of trouble. Runners on the corners for top prospect Jordan Walker, the 21st overall pick in 2020, sending it deep to left center for a 3-run shot. It's 5-0 Redbirds at the jump. Bottom 6, Peyton Burdick chopping one short to the left side. The pitcher can't make the play. Dalby Rosario scores, however, the fish fall 8-2. Red Sox Braves in spring training action. Game tied at 6 in the 9th. Bases loaded, full count. Cal Conley thinks he just won the game on a walk. However, per the new rules, he was not set in the box with 8 seconds remaining on the pitch clock. So strike 3 is called, ending the game in a tie. Now, the rules have been tried at the minor league level, creating a faster pace of play. Major League Baseball believing these changes will lead to a better on-field big league product. We explain how the Marlins are adjusting. For the first time in Major League Baseball history, there will be a pitch clock. Pitchers will have 15 seconds to throw the ball when the bases are empty and 20 when a runner is on base, or else it's a ball.
Some guys are going to be unhappy. It's just at this point it is what it is, and I think we just have to get used to it and move on. And that's the game now. So everyone's going to find ways to adjust, and I think it'll be a quick adjustment.
I am being a little bit more quick than I usually used to. Just like I'm focusing on the clock, and as soon as I get the ball, I'm conscious of where the clock is and if I'm doing what I need to do in a timely manner.
Batters must also be in the box with at least 8 seconds remaining on the pitch clock. If not, it's a strike.
And that was the first official violation.
A pitch count, I really don't need the time in the box. I could just get right back in. I don't really have to step out at all. You know what I mean? I'm ready to hit anytime someone throws the ball.
However, first-year manager Skip Schumacher says he is glad this rule was not in place when he was a player.
I would not be good because I had to adjust my batting gloves every single time. So, yeah, there's an adjustment. We're all learning. And so I think the hitters are definitely the ones right now that I see that are most affected.
The other major rule change is that the base sizes will be bigger, increasing from 15 to 18 square inches.
The bases, I mean, point jazz, I guess. You know what I mean? Give me a little extra step. Thank you. So I'm just excited for all of that.
First baseman Garrett Cooper handling this rule change differently from a defensive perspective.
When you straddle the bag, you know, the last how many years I've played first base, you've kind of gotten into a pattern, and this bag is a little bigger. You know, there's just, you know, the rules I think are needed.
Other rule changes in play this season. A pitcher can only attempt to pick off a runner twice per hitter, or else it is a balk. Also, there is no more infield shift. 2 players must be on either side of second base and have both feet in the infield when the pitcher is on the rubber. In other Major League Baseball news, the Padres reportedly finalizing an 11-year, $350 million contract extension with Manny Machado. The 30-year-old is coming off arguably his best season, finishing second in the National League MVP vote. This is set to be the 4th largest guaranteed money contract in baseball history. Padres should be dangerous in the NL again this year. It is a loaded roster. Coming up on Lexus Sports Extra, Drew Rosenhaus rejoins us, giving us his expectation on what the Ravens will do with SoFlo Pro and former MVP Lamar Jackson. Plus, it is this set of twin brothers with an NBA father that is hoping to lead Columbus to a high school state title next weekend. Welcome back to Lexus Sports Extra. NFL free agency beginning on March 15th, and right now the Ravens and former MVP Lamar Jackson do not have a deal in place. Jackson is set to become a free agent in less than 3 weeks. The Ravens can sign him to a franchise tag, get a long-term deal done, or trade the dual-threat quarterback. What will happen? We asked Drew Rosenhaus. We welcome back Drew Rosenhaus to the show. Drew, a lot of talk and speculation about Lamar Jackson. What do you expect to have happen with him and the Ravens?
Well, I think it's obvious that they're going to franchise him between now and the franchise deadline. And I think it's pretty clear that he's a guy that they're going to keep. I don't buy the trade talk. He's an MVP. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. How are you going to replace him? You can't win in this league without a top quarterback. I think it's going to be either a one-year deal on the franchise tag. I think they'll use the exclusive franchise tag with him, which is a higher number, or they'll find a way to get a deal done. I mean, the guy's great. You're lucky to have a player like that if you're the Ravens. Get the deal done already.
Maybe something happens at the Combine. That starts tomorrow. You're on your way to Indianapolis. Drew Free, what's your biggest benefit of going?
Well, I'm there obviously to support our clients. We have a number of guys in the Combine, including the draft's top player in Jalen Carter, the defensive lineman from Georgia. But we also go there to meet with the teams, to talk about our clients, to talk about which guys they want to bring back, or to get feedback, or to get an idea of, you know, essentially what they're looking for in free agency. Obviously, the teams aren't allowed to tamper, but we can do our homework there, and we can talk about our own guys who are going to be free agents. So I love the Combine for all those reasons. It's really productive.
Hardest working guy right here in the NFL. Want to talk college football really quickly. 8 assistants brought in by Mario Cristobal, leaving after 1 season. Drew, why is there so much turnover?
Because last year was a very disappointing season. Let's face it, many of the coaches, you would say, did not get the job done. I think the Hurricanes needed to shake things up. Last year, I thought the team underachieved, and they need to be better. I've got confidence in Mario Cristobal. I think he's the right man for the job. He's a very talented head coach. Hopefully, he's surrounded himself with a talented group of coaches, especially coordinators, especially on offense. I'm glad they've got a guy that's wide open now, that's got the air raid offense. I think it's going to be very good for Tyler Van Dyke in the passing attack.
You need to have results, especially now with this transfer portal. Got to get it done. Drew, always getting it done. Enjoy the Combine. Thanks for being here as always.
You bet, Josh. See you next week.
He's the best. Tuesday night, the rivalry is renewed on the ice. The Cats traveling to Tampa. The Lightning bouncing the Panthers each of the last 2 years in the playoffs. Florida coming off a 3-1 loss to Buffalo at home on Friday night. However, remember, it was a 7-1 win in the last meeting against Tampa Bay on February 6th. But those Lightning winning 2 of 3 matchups against the Cats this season.
I mean, the last time we played Tampa, it was kind of a one-sided game, and right after the break. So, you know, a really tough building to play in, but you know, we need these points, you know, really bad. So, got to come out, establish our game, and need a greasy road win.
A learning lesson this weekend for the Canes men's basketball team against Florida State. 8 seconds to play. Canes down 1. Jordan Miller for 3, and the lead buries it. However, back comes FSU. No timeout. Matt Cleveland with the prayer, and it is answered. The Seminoles knock off the Canes in thrilling fashion. It is their first home loss all season. Miami falling 85-84.
There was no breakdown. They inbounded the ball with 4 seconds to go. Guy dribbled across midcourt and launched a 3. You got to guard it. Everybody's got to get their man. You got to run back. Ball goes in the basket with 4.5 seconds to go. There's no timeout called. They inbound. They're going to shoot. You have to defend the whole 40-minute game.
Senior day for the women's team hosting Virginia in the regular season finale. 7 players recognized, and you've got to go out with a W on senior night, and that's exactly what the Canes do. Miami wins 85-74. This coming 2 days after the program learned it would be put on probation for a year after a booster had illegal contact with 2 recruits.
Tonight I want to be about my seniors and celebrating the accomplishments of this team. But no, it was not easy. It's been hard, and I think it's more so at this point like, that's it, all right? I mean, it's something that had been lingering, and we're moving on, and I'm so excited going into the ACC tournament.
Donovan Campbell joining us now on Lexus Sports Extra, and we have a huge week of high school hoops ahead.
That's right, Josh, and led by twin brothers whose last name may ring a bell, Christopher Columbus has one of the best high school basketball teams in the country as the school looks to repeat as state champs next weekend. Cameron and Caden Boozer make up one of the best duos in high school hoops. And the fact they're twins makes playing together that more exciting for both teammates and fans.
Guy who can find you no matter where you are, someone you play with your whole life. There's a lot of chemistry on and off the court. We both push each other just to be the best player we can possibly be and the best person we can possibly be off the court too as well.
Oh yeah. If their last name sounds familiar, being the son of former 2-time NBA All-Star Carlos Boozer surely doesn't hurt.
He was very important into my development. You know, as an NBA player, like he knows a lot about this recruiting process and just like what it takes to get there.
Blessed with great genes, added with exceptional basketball IQ, only 15 years old, you would never know it.
When you see them, their athleticism, their size, their skill set, they clearly stand out.
Their skill is just impressive. I mean, the versatility that they have, whether it's on offense or defense, is ridiculous. I mean, it's just nothing you expect from a 15-year-old.
Taking the basketball world by storm as freshmen last season, that ended leading Christopher Columbus to their first ever state basketball title. At 6'9", Ford Cameron Boozer is considered by many as the best high school basketball player in the country, regardless of class, while his twin brother Caden is one of the top guards in the 10th grade.
The time we put in, the work we put into this game, that's really the main thing that got us to where we are.
Already exploring new territory in Columbus by capturing a state championship a season ago, currently just 2 wins away from a repeat, the Boozer Bros want to help build another legacy for Columbus athletics.
The main thing for us is building a championship program where even years after that we're here.
Although fraternal, the Boozer twins' college offer sheets are almost identical, and while neither has provided a timeline on any decision, early offers from Miami, Michigan, and of course their dad's alma mater Duke are all on the table.
I would love to see them stay right here in Coral Gables.
That's what we want right here with Coach Larinaga.
All right, thanks, Donovan. Columbus will play Colonial in the Class 7A semifinal on Friday. We've got to take a quick commercial break. We'll see you on the other side. Inter Miami back on the pitch beginning the 2023 season. It's Montreal in the opener at Drive Pink Stadium. 41st minute, Inter on the corner kick. Gene Moda finding Sergei Kristoff just like that. It is 1-0 Miami. Love to see it. 76th minute. It is the homegrown striker, Schneider Borgelin, for the insurance goal. What a moment in his MLS debut. Inter takes it 2-0, starting its 4th season in the win column.
This franchise has never won the first game of the season, so I think today we overcame a psychological barrier. There's a different feeling around this football club, I feel, as it, you know, over the last 12 months, and we spoke before the game about the start of the journey. I do feel as if this is not the start of the journey. I feel as if this is just a continuation of the journey that we started last season.
Canes baseball looking for the sweep against Dartmouth. Miami also looking for its 7th consecutive win. Bottom 6, Canes leading 8-2. Check that. 11-2. Dorian Gonzalez Jr. lifting it high and deep to left. It is his 2nd straight day with a 3-run jack. 20-2 is the final at Mark Light Field. Final round of the Honda Classic. Eric Cole and Chris Kirk, the final pair, battling. Kirk up a stroke on 18, and this is his approach. Aggressive line, trying to draw it back in towards the flag, but it finds the water. He would bogey, and the pair would go to a playoff. They would re-tee on 18, and that second guy, so much better. This time, Kirk is right on line, and how about this for a tap-in bird? It's Kirk's first win in 175 starts in almost an 8-year hiatus. Some breaking news in the NBA. Portland guard Damian Lillard going off for the Blazers against the Rockets. Dame Lillard scoring a career-high 71 points on a franchise record 13 three-pointers. Blazers won the game by 17. Big Finish is next. Keep it locked. Big Finish, an awesome time this weekend at the Dolphins Challenge Cancer Bike Ride and 5K. We were able to ride 35 miles from Coral Gables to the stadium in Miami Gardens. Happy to represent Channel 7 at this phenomenal event. This is the 13th annual ride. We will 100% be there next year. Special thank you to the Anson Family Foundation for donating $100,000 and to our friends at Max Cycle and Fitness in South Florida. What a day. Great to see everybody. It is midnight. That means we made it to Monday, everybody. On behalf of Donovan and Drew, I'm Josh Moser. Thanks so much for watching Lexus Sports Extra. Good night.